Hello, friends.
Hello.
We are on the road in Northern California, and we're heading to Crater Lake. Not the Crater Lake you're thinking of, the one that we got fogged out of. We're going to a different Crater Lake here in Northern California.
Yeah, we are camped right now in Susanville, California, which is sort of northeast California. It's a really nice little town, and it's surrounded by a lot of state and national parks as well. So we discovered there's tons of crater lakes here in California apparently, and since we sort of missed our opportunity in Oregon, we're going to check out one that's not too far from where we're camped.
This is part of the Lassen National Park, I believe is what it's called. And there's a lot of stuff out here to see, not just the mini crater lake that we'll get to see today, but there's a lot of other stuff too.
Yeah, so we'll see what we find out here and share what we can.
We made it to the crater lake of near Susanville. There's apparently about 5 crater lakes in California alone, according to my Google map searching. But we made it to this one by taking a very rutted, well, not very rutted, very washboarded road.
Yeah, when we turned off the main road to come here, it immediately became a dirt road, which, you know, we love dirt roads. But this one definitely was pretty rough in spots. The first maybe quarter of it was super smooth.
Yeah.
And, you know, and then I think right when I said, wow, this is a great dirt road, it turned into a lot of washboard and some pretty bad ruts in a few spots. But we made it up here.
Yeah, you just have to go really slow to get up here. This is a very small campground, and it looks like it's mainly set up for tent campers or people with like a truck camper or camping in their car. It'd be very hard to get any kind of travel trailer, even the smallest, into this campground.
Yeah, there's no way our travel trailer would fit here. There's one site that is kind of big that probably would fit it, but it's very rocky and very unlevel and just not something I would really want to deal with.
Yeah.
But yeah, as Jess said, if you're a tent camper, car camper, truck camper, or maybe if you have one of those like tiny tab campers that are super duper small,
you still wouldn't fit in some of the slots. There's only, even if you had those tiniest travel trailers, there's only a few slots you could fit in.
And the few that that you would fit in are fairly unlevel too. So.
Yeah, it's best for car campers or tent campers probably.
Yeah, but it's really pretty up here, and we did get a quick glimpse of the lake. We haven't seen it yet. We were just kind of walking around the campsite and checking it out. This is a National Forest Service campground?
I think so, yeah.
Inside Lassen National Forest.
Yes, Lassen National Forest, U.S. Forest Service.
Yeah.
It's right now it's completely empty. No one's here but us.
Of course, it's November 1st. Yeah, November 1st.
Yeah.
It's $10 a night to dry camp here. The only water we saw was a hand pump. There are 2 vault toilets though, so you know there is that.
Yeah.
If you have the interagency pass, it's half the cost per night.
Yeah.
So let's take a look around some more. So there is this water pump here. It is looks like a big hand crank. It doesn't really look like you could fill up like a tank or something.
Let me try to operate it.
Yeah, see if you can operate it. You think anything's coming?
I don't think so.
No, maybe it's turned off for the season. We are in November already, so...
How long am I supposed to do this before we know for sure?
I don't know. Well, I would guess that it's probably turned off for the season. Oh, I hear something.
I hear some water dripping.
Hey, look, there we go. Well, it is just a water fountain.
You could fill a bowl or something.
Yeah, and there's also water coming out on the bottom, too, down there. Hey. Wow, that is old.
And cold.
I'm sure it is. Well, pretty cool.
It's in good condition, though.
Yeah, it's in good condition. So there is a little bit of drinkable water up here. Yeah, you could fill up a bowl, fill up some pitchers maybe if you need it to. So pretty cool.
This seems pretty typical of the campsites up here. A very small area that you could perhaps put a vehicle, and a little bit of area behind it where you could put a tent. Usually each of these we've seen here has a pretty good picnic table and fire ring. So it's a basic campsite, but it's a nice one. They're not packed in here super tight, so you wouldn't feel like you're camping right next to someone else.
Yeah, and this is one of the more level sites too, so it's pretty nice. It looks like it has some mulch on top of it, which is nice. But pretty small, definitely not really much room to get in any size rig. Nice looking fire ring over there though.
Yeah, even if you did get a camper up here, it would be hard to get it level, because you can just look at the ground and tell that it's not level at all.
Yeah, you probably can't tell in the video, but this one is slanted both forwards and backwards and side to side, enough that it would take several blocks to try to get it level.
You can see that from the trees here how they're right up in the campsite though, and that's the way it is all the way through here. You've got some of these younger growth trees also, but if Michelle will pan around this way, you'll see there's a few select older growth trees also, like that one that goes way up there.
Yeah, it's a big tree, but very pretty up here. Lots of shade for sure. So here's one of the vault toilets here. They're in really good condition, at least right now. I don't know if they've recently been maintained due to the end of the season, but it's really nice in there. They got several garbage cans around too, which is nice as well.
We were reading about this place some. Here's some more of the big trees I was telling you about. Let me see if I can pan up for this. These are some enormously tall trees. But we were reading that there's a certain kind of tree, aspen, isn't that what it was called? Yeah, aspen trees, that are in decline in the western United States. And this is one of the places that they're trying to, I guess, make a little bit of a comeback, is here in this campground. So their leaves have fallen off of them now, but you can see there's quite a few aspen trees growing in here. There's a lot of terrain change, elevation change. Down there, you can see our truck. It's parked at the other vault toilet. There's two of them here. And the lake is this way. You can probably see it a little bit in the distance now.
One little solo.
Yeah, one duck in the middle.
He's like, I'm not heading south just yet.
He's got the campground to himself beside us. It's a good bit smaller than the other crater lake.
Beautiful though.
You can see more of those trees along the border over there, along the rim. Over here as well. Rain and snow melt is apparently what this is. I'm guessing at certain times of the season the water level is much higher.
See some minnows in there.
Yeah, the water's very clear.
Yeah, very clear.
What do you think about this crater lake?
I think it's really pretty. I mean, there's something about seeing something like this and no one else being around. It's extra peaceful out here. And we know we took like a 7-mile dirt road to get up here, and the payoff was well worth it. This is really pretty. The water is like a greenish color, so it's, it's just that beautiful color of water that's so clear like that.
They say Crater Lake reflects so much blue. This seems to reflect a lot of green.
Yeah, it seems
Maybe
to
from
be.
the trees around it, maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
Crater Lake doesn't have so many trees right on dominating it like this does, I guess.
Well, and it's so much bigger, too, that more of it's probably just being affected by the sky. So it's nice. And it's nice that you can walk right up to it, how it has a very easy access kind of, I don't want to call it a beach, but it's a nice little slope here. You just walk down. A lot of times you find lakes and, they're have rocks and cliffs sort of all around them, so they're harder to get to unless there's a specific access point that's been made for people. But this one, very easy to walk down here.
Come on in. Good girl. So there's Crater Lake of Susanville area. The Crater Lake of Lassen National Forest. Right now, as we're up here, it's about 50-ish degrees. I imagine at this time of year it gets well below freezing at night up here. It's probably why we're the only people here. I don't think you can take that stick back with us.
Well, that was our look at Crater Lake here, just I guess it's a little bit west of Susanville, California, in Lassen National Forest, or National Park. I guess it's a park and a forest.
That's true. It's pretty. If nothing else, it's really pretty. Yeah, I think this is National Forest Service land, so it's National Forest, and it is northwest of Susanville. It's about an hour to get up here from Susanville, because the first 3/4 of it, you're on pavement and it goes quick, but the last quarter of it, you're on this washboard dirt road and you have to go about 5 to 10 miles an hour unless you want to shake your vehicle apart.
Yeah, and the dirt part of the road is about 7 miles long, so you're on it for a good while, but it's definitely worth it. This little camping area right by the lake is really, really nice. I can definitely see during the summertime, this is probably a popular place for people to come, go swimming or floating on the lake out there. It's really pretty and really nice. So this is definitely a cool campground here.
I read that you can go on the lake. You're allowed to go on the lake, but you're not allowed to use any type of motorized craft. So you could take a kayak or a raft or something like that out there easily, and you wouldn't violate any rules doing it.
Yeah, that seems to be a general rule we've seen a lot out here in the Pacific Northwest. Most of their nice bodies of water they're trying to keep motorized boats off of, unless it's really, really big.
Yeah, they're trying to keep it pure and clean, I guess, which is a good thing to do.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this look at Crater Lake. We finally saw a Crater Lake.
It only took 2 tries. There's about 5 more Crater Lakes around, so if we decided to see another one, we could. If you want to see a Crater Lake, punch it in Google Maps. Odds are there might be one near you.
There's probably a lot of Crater Lakes out there. And we're hoping to still actually see the big one in Oregon one day. But we enjoyed this one here. The weather is absolutely amazing today, gorgeous day. So we had a lot of fun playing around and checking it out, and we hope you liked it too.
Thanks for coming with us.
See you next time.